Hey, what's up,
Right,
everybody?
welcome back to another episode.
Yeah, it's episode 6
Six.
of the City Music Podcast. My name is Elvin.
I'm Jace.
And this is Jace with me today.
And
And
we have Malcolm in the middle.
we have special guest Malcolm joining us today. So for all of you who just started listening or just started tuning in, we are City Music, in case you don't know. We're located on the second floor of Peace Center, and we specialize in selling music equipment, pro audio equipment, and now we even do podcasts, which you can find on Spotify, on Facebook, and this is also a video, so it's going on YouTube as well.
It's going to be, I think we're on Apple Music now as well.
Apple Music, yeah, we just got on
Yeah.
there. So, wow, indeed.
Going places.
All right, so let's get started with today's content. Today we have special guest Malcolm from SSL.
Hi guys.
Woo! Yeah.
The crowd goes wild for Malcolm. All right, we specifically put him in the middle as a reference to an old TV show, which all the old people get, sadly.
That's my
Yeah,
boomer set.
yeah, where those boomers at? All right, so Malcolm, maybe you can tell us a little bit more about yourself, man. What's some
Well,
interview?
I'm Malcolm. I'm from SSL Asia, and yeah, happy to be here. Happy to share a little bit about the products, about what we do, and yeah,
Right.
just about the brand as a whole.
Thanks for coming down this morning.
Thank
We're
you for having me.
excited. We're excited because we just got our hands on some
the-
new audio interfaces.
Some new toys.
Right. So maybe I'll do a brief introduction on why we have Malcolm from SSL coming down here today. Okay. So for everyone who hasn't heard of SSL, they are born out of Oxford, England in 1969. Wow,
Yeah.
Nice.
and they specialize in manufacturing high-end mixing consoles as well as recording hardware. And the reason why we're so excited today is because they came out with audio interfaces, SSL2 and the SSL2 Plus. So today we have Malcolm here to share with us a little bit more about these guys. And if you haven't heard of them, I think one of their most famous like recording equipment would be the SSL 4000 series, which we'll get into a little bit into that later as we talk about these products. All right. So, okay, maybe we just get started with these audio interfaces. Yeah, we chill we chill. This is a lepak session. So, yeah, maybe Malcolm, you can walk us through some of these new stuff that's coming out from SSL.
Well, yes, of course. I mean, like what you said earlier, SSL traditionally we have been always in the studios.
Right.
So probably, unless you're a musician, or more specifically, unless you're an audio engineer, then you would probably heard of us. Because we usually work with people who are behind the scenes, who create the music, who create the wonderful audio quality that we listen to today.
Yes.
So, I mean, almost every big name, every big act that you hear on Spotify, you know, the music, you know, from back in the days. I mean, even people like Celine Dion for a bit of the old timers, right? Till today, Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, these people have used an SSL. But whenever I tell people that I work in SSL, I work in the pro audio industry, and they go, "Oh, who do you work for? SSL? Who's that?"
Yeah, that's what I thought also.
The internet.
Yeah. But then when I go, Demi Lovato, Maroon 5, they go, yeah, I know their songs,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, yeah, that's an SSL behind that.
To the credit of the young people now, our interns actually know
Yeah.
SSL.
Yeah, but then
Oh,
it's
that's
really
cool.
good.
Yeah, because they've seen it in the school, I think.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so they're from RP
Yeah.
Sonic Arts. So I mean, I guess like they should know. They
Shout
should
out to
know.
RP, shout out to RP. Thanks for sending us your interns. Yeah, so they've heard of it, and the other day, I think Timothy, another one of our sales staff, actually sent us a link showing us all the albums that use SSL
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
mix, right? And it's
Yeah.
quite crazy.
It's crazy.
There's,
The list
there's
is
Tupac on there,
huge.
there's
Yes.
Aerosmith on there.
Yeah.
Oh, good
yeah.
times.
Yeah. Great times.
The best.
So yeah, we decided to bring something to everyone,
Very nice.
something affordable, something that now everybody could use. Hence the 2 and the 2 Plus.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like you can, like when you talk about SSL, you're talking about like 5-6 digits. Usually it's the case.
Yes,
right?
yes.
That's
yes,
for even for like
absolutely
the
right.
most basic console you all have.
Yep.
And now it's like it's below $500. it's like below $400 even, right? And you can get like the SSL name behind you.
Yeah, and when we've actually first heard of the product, or it was shown to us closed door, this was sometime in November. A lot of us were so excited. I'm like, and then we had like this order that we couldn't say, we couldn't even leak anything, you know, because we wanted the launch to be massive. We wanted it to have a huge impact. So we all had to really hold the information in all the way until January when it was released in NAM.
Yeah, I mean, wow, it really made shockwaves in them, right? People just going out. Yeah. And I think it's a bit like this year there was a lot of other like releases as well in them, right? For audio interfaces, you know, like stuff from Audion, stuff from like Moto.
Yes.
Right? But then like the SSL kind of like stood ahead of the pack.
Thank you
I guess
very
the
much.
people there
You're
who
too kind.
at NAM, they were already like, you know, they already know this name, and yeah, it's something new and really interesting.
Yep.
All right, okay. So today we, in front of us, if you're not watching on the video, we have a quick little setup going. We actually ran the SSL2 into Jace's iPad, and it does work. So a myth busted, myth number one busted. It does work with the iPad, right?
So like one thing that was great was that like the USB. So there was 2 cable included, right?
Yes.
So the
yes.
USB Type A
USB
to
A,
USB-C,
yep.
and then USB-C to USB-C,
Yes,
which is
he's very happy about it
it's a godsend. Oh my God.
because he can run it straight
USB-C
without
master
dongle.
race.
Yeah, okay.
So,
So maybe we can just talk a little bit about the SSL2 right here.
Yep.
Okay, it's below me right now. So anyway, yeah, it's a 2-in 2-out interface, right?
Yes, that's
So that's the main competition question mark because right now I think in this price range for like this kind of 2-in 2-out interfaces, the consumers have a lot of choice.
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
We have Zoom, Mackie, and Focusrite and all that happening right now at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2-in 2-out interface, we got the input channels on the top. Let's see, we got combo jacks, 2 combo jacks, which I found out they are Noitric connectors.
Yes.
Very nice, very nice touch. Yeah, then on the top we have the main channel controls, gain input level controls, and the gain. What do you call
The
it?
game meter, LED
Gain meter. Yes.
Yeah, and I think that is something that I really love. Cause like, I think like most entry level audio interfaces, you just get like one LED, and then if it's red, it clips. If it's green, it's not clipping, and you can't really tell.
Yeah.
anything
You
in
can tell.
between, right? You can't
also.
tell how low is it, how high is it, right? Until it clips. So just like having this, right, and it's like having like the decibel level there. Wow, it's just a game changer. At this price point, is pretty insane.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, what I really like about this is that everything is bus powered by just USB.
Right.
There isn't an external power source that you're going to have to find a wall plug. Because I mean, for the creative people out there, sometimes when I have a tune in my head, I just want to plug it in and just record it, right? Something quick. If I still have to go and scramble, find a plug, just to plug it in, the tune is out of the head already.
Actually, funny enough, like our whole setup today for this podcast is like completely like bus powered, right? So we have the Zoom L-8 running into our power bank, and then like the iPad that's powering the SSL2, and that's all we.
So we could be doing this podcast in the jungle right now. You wouldn't even know.
Unless you're watching the video.
Yeah, in case you don't already know, this podcast is recorded on the Zoom L8, which we've been using for our podcast so far. So yeah, there's a great point. Everything's bus powered. I love it. So we can move anywhere with this.
I mean, we did it at McDonald's before.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds wrong. But
Don't take that out of context.
Now it's at home. Work from home.
Yeah, work from home. Yeah,
you can literally work anywhere from home.
Yeah.
Like anywhere.
in your toilet, you can be recording.
Free reverb. You know?
Free.
What's there not to love?
Okay, what else we got on top? Okay, maybe I'll just ask some questions as we go along through this thing, right?
Sure.
So we got
Fire
these
away.
On top we have phantom power, that's plus 48 volts.
Yep.
And we have the these 2 buttons which I find quite interesting. It's the line and high Z button, which you don't really usually see on a lot of audio interfaces.
I think some of them have like a high Z.
At most I saw a line or mic.
Yeah, like mic. I think.
So Malcolm, maybe you can tell us a little bit about why these buttons are there and what they do.
Sure. I mean, line in is basically like a normal line level signal.
Right.
Right. So
Like keyboards.
like keyboards, or you can just take it from another source, a playback source, into it, where you don't really need the mic preamp. You don't really need the mic gain. But you want to run it through the 4K coloration. So you add a little bit of your high frequencies, a little bit of second order harmonic distortion.
Nice.
So it gives it a nice taste to it. And then of course the high impedance is for instruments, right? Because some people they just want to plug in an instrument and then you can just record it straight. You don't have to record the instrument through a microphone. Yep. So that's what the high Z is for. Yep.
So okay, so talking about the 4K button, right? So that's like the main feature of the SSL audio interfaces. Like, talk us through it.
Well, I think we will also want to provide a little bit of coloration. SSL is known to be a very clear, transparent sound. So I mean, with the mic pre, we wanted to add a little bit of we call it the
flavor.
Flavor, you know, coloration. Everybody likes a little bit of something extra, you know, that special sauce, you know. So yeah, add a little bit of umami, put in some 4K. All right.
So 4K is based on the name of the
4000 series. So
Right,
it kind of emulates a little bit of that sound. What it really does is it boosts a little bit of your frequency range from the 3000 frequency onwards, and then it applies a second order harmonic distortion.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you didn't catch any of that,
It makes you sound better.
we will let you hear later.
I mean, you can be a judge of that. You can be a judge of that.
Yeah,
It's
later
not 4K video.
Later in the
Yeah,
podcast,
yeah,
we will try and record, just let you hear the differences. All right, recording in 4K and not.
Yeah.
I heard this YouTuber was saying, now we finally have an audio interface that records in 4K. Will it beat full HD? The question is, we'll hear later. Okay, we'll hear the answer to that
That's
later.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're right. Jace is right. 4K is not referring to video 4K, but I guess the concept is the same.
Yeah.
It makes it sound a little bit.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah.
It looks nice. The button is nice. Just press it. All right, we have 4K. The 4K button is on both channel inputs, so we can, have two people playing guitar or anything.
In
Actually, you can
4K.
apply
In
for anything,
4K.
right? Like
Yeah,
voice.
for anything.
Alright, nice.
For
very
anything.
nice.
There are people who even just take it out. They have already something recorded.
Right.
They just
Oh, they need
bring
to
it back out.
kind of
reamp
reamp
it, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
reamp it, bring it back in, put in the 4K button, add a little bit of coloration, and it sounds good. Some people like it.
Interesting.
So okay, so we also have the big brother of SSL2, the SSL2 Plus, which we have
Yeah.
Yep.
right over here. So what's the main difference between the SSL2 and the SSL2 Plus?
Okay, I would say firstly you would see that there's a headphones B. So of course you have
Yeah.
another pair of headphones. So basically this is 2 in, 4 out.
Right, 2 in 4.
Yeah.
Nice.
So everything else is the same. Circuitry is the same. The sound is the same.
Right.
I guess the difference is in the back as well.
Uh-huh.
So for people who use like
RCLs.
those keyboards and all that,
MIDI,
there's
yes.
MIDI in,
Yeah,
MIDI out.
There is MIDI in and out on the
Yeah.
SSL2
on the
Plus.
2 Plus. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice touch.
Yeah, and then the outputs, you also have your RCA outputs. Yeah, and that's about the difference between
So
the two. And
I saw something interesting on the second headphone output. There is actually a 3 and 4 button there.
yeah.
Can you maybe tell us about what that does? That's pretty cool.
So this allows you to send your signal to 3 and 4 as well.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like the guy on the second headphones is like hearing a different mix.
Yes,
Is it?
correct.
Very
Correct.
nice.
So you can send a different mix to 2 different headphones.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a main difference between the 2 Plus and the 2, right? That's all.
Yes. I
But
think in a nutshell.
hardware-wise, everything else is the same. Exactly the same.
Hardware-wise, everything is the same. So because of this function,
Right.
Normally, but this is of course, I mean the applications are very wide. But normally the 2 can be just for someone who wants to do a basic composition, someone who just want to plug it in, record. 2 Plus, if you're a little bit more into music production, you know, for a music producer, you want to add in more instruments, you know, have more things going on at the same time,
Nice.
do a podcast and all that, then maybe the 2 Plus is for you.
All right.
Alright.
Yeah.
Very sick. Nice. I think I got another question.
Sure.
So on the front of the both of these interfaces, there is
Yes.
actually this monitor mix.
Yep.
Right. So monitor mix sweeps between input and USB to allow you to do like zero latency monitoring versus what's coming out of your computer
Yes.
when you monitor on your door. Right.
Yes, correct.
So I noticed there's a stereo button. What does that do?
Actually, it's the first time I've ever
It's a
seen that.
genuine question.
Yeah.
Oh well, later we can have a go at it. But
Okay, sure.
basically, it just it's like a stereo imaging, right?
Right.
So you're taking one signal, you're either duplicating it or you're just. listening
Okay.
it
So
to-
if it's
to
not
one-
depressed,
one
we're hearing only mono.
side. I think so. Yes.
We will find out later.
We will find out.
Okay, let me see. Let's see if I got any other questions. So that's the monitor mix. Let me see. All right.
Well,
Okay, I just prepared some questions ahead of time.
sure.
But I guess just having like a big monitor knob is like so it's just like so satisfying to have.
Yes, yes. And something that we've kept throughout all our consoles is it goes to 11.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it
I
goes
heard
to
that on a
11.
YouTube video. I heard that on a YouTube video. What?
Yeah.
What does that
Do
mean?
you know what's the reference? You don't?
No, I actually have no idea.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
I'm sorry.
You're uncultured.
I'm sorry for being uncultured, but please enlighten me. What is this turn to 11?
So there's this cult movie, I shall not name it, right? But so basically their amps go to 11.
Okay.
Like cause normally amps just go to 10. But you know, if you want to be like true rock and roll, you gotta go to 11.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically that's
Yeah.
just having just like one additional game stage past 10.
It's
Okay.
like the guy was trying to show that
We are
his sounds better,
because it
and
goes
the
to
guy
11.
was like questioning him why is it better?
Because
Because mine
'Cause
goes
it
to
goes to
11.
11.
Yeah.
So can I say that when you turn it to 11, it actually goes past the usual like gain, or is that the max?
No, that is just a.
Or just a joke?
It's just a joke. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
a
just a
term.
It's just a joke, guys. Yeah, there's actually a number 11 printed on the thing there. Right? I just saw it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
No, so this is why it's really better because it goes to 11. Like I mean,
This is why you should get this over other interfaces.
Yeah, I
because
mean,
it goes to
yeah.
11. That's all.
I mean the 4K is all great and all that, the neutral is all great and all that,
Yeah.
but it goes to 11.
yeah, that's the key takeaway.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's about it for the 2 and 2 plus. Very simple. We kind of went through everything already. So in a while, we're gonna do a recording. So before we get to that, maybe we can talk a little bit about what people are looking for in audio interfaces nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, because I think a lot of people are looking for audio interfaces
Right,
nowadays.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, like everybody's working from home, everybody's
Yeah.
quarantine,
Everybody's stuck
quarantine
at home.
sessions.
Yeah.
Hashtag quarantine sessions.
For reference, we are recording this on the 25th of March. March, right? March.
Yeah, March.
And right now, situation is a little worrying. But more people are staying home, which is nice. I see a lot of people on Instagram actually making music now,
Yeah,
which
all-
I think is a
yeah,
nice
it's
thing.
good.
You know.
yeah, everybody's just doing stuff from home. I think
Yeah.
like this is like the moment where like creativity really comes through,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and our favorite musicians are like live streaming everything.
Yeah,
So I-
Justin Bieber.
Really?
Yeah, I mean he was on Instagram live.
Nice.
Yeah, and then
His latest album is fire, man.
yeah,
I have to say. Yeah, but anyway, okay. Let's see. What do I have here?
right. So okay, I think we can start off with questions first.
Yeah, so it's simple. What do people look for now in an audio interface? Like, I don't know, Jace, maybe you can share with us some questions that you have from customers.
Right. So usually people is like, why? I think like one of the most important thing is like, why do you need a audio interface, right? Why can't you just go straight in the computer? But I guess
Yes.
I guess easy kind of there's no quarter-inch jack on a computer. Is there? No, right?
No.
No. And
You can,
you
but it won't sound great.
yeah. Right. So basically, like the audio interface is going to help you convert like the analog signal to digital, so that your computer can actually read what is going on.
Right.
But of course, like there will be different types. Right, you can have like cheap DACs and you can have good
Yep.
DACs.
Yep.
And then so what SSL has today is just like something that is going to be, just a touch better. Right.
Right. So just now, before we started, we actually
Goes to 11 guys.
yeah, we talked about something interesting.
Yeah.
We talked about the current choices that consumers have out there right now.
Okay.
Because we have a lot.
Yeah, I mean the market is getting
choices.
saturated.
Yeah.
I mean even at NAMM this year we see that everyone is just like releasing
Yeah.
bunch of stuff, right? So we have all these like entry level stuff, right?
Right.
You have like the Steinberg stuff, the Focusrite stuff, you have our Mackie stuff, you have the Zoom
Yep.
stuff, right? And then like above that, you can go into like UA, Audion, right? So on and so forth, right? So and like the SSL is kind of priced like in between everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So like why? I mean I guess like we really like answer those questions already, right?
Yeah.
I mean it goes to 11, right? We have the 4K, and then but then in terms of like hardware, like how do we justify why is it slightly above that, and then like what makes it equivalent? Like how can it fight with like the more high end audio interfaces?
I think one thing to consider is probably the dynamic range of your mic pre.
Right.
So something like this will enable you to hear a little bit more in your recording, right?
Yes.
So for example, if you use the interface, maybe you start to hear a little bit of the low strumming, you know, a little bit more of the bass that you never heard before, or you start to hear a little bit more of the highs, what we call. So those in a higher frequency, you start to hear a little bit more of those details.
So you're saying that the difference that we're hearing now is because of the preamp?
Yeah, the preamp. I mean the whole circuitry and basically better components that is used.
Right. So speaking of better components, so like you were saying, like, you know, the Jackson new trick, right? Like what else is there inside?
You mentioned earlier, the DAC, so the digital audio converter.
Right.
So the DAC that we're actually using in this device, is exactly the same DAC that we're using in our professional equipment.
Wow.
So something that is like $5,000, $7,000.
Yep.
It has that DAC. You're actually getting the same thing in this.
Oh, you know, really bang for your buck. Right?
Yeah. So I think DAC is a very important component because that's important in terms of translating analog, like you and me, how we talk, how we speak, and whether it is accurately captured into your computer. So the DAC is equally important. Yeah.
Right, and then like just like, you know, like the pots, caps. So every single jack in there is new trick.
Oh yes. So like all your output jacks, your input jacks, and all that, those are all NiTrick. We believe that when you compare it to the slightly more entry level interfaces, you are paying a premium, not because we are SSL, but because you are really getting better product for it.
Right.
Yep.
I think like that's one issue that I mean at home studio where you don't want like all your cables all plugged in all the time because it's very cluttered. Like constantly in and out. Like I myself have faced a lot of experiences where like my audio interfaces died because the input jack failed.
Right.
And like that goes from like entry tier all the way up to some of the more like mid to high range stuff. So like, you know, just hearing that, you know, like, you know, it's no trick here, it's just gonna be like you know, reassurance. Right. Like, I think like that is a brand name, that is something that like not just like musicians know, right? Like industry, anything that has to do with like cabling, right? They will know that is the good stuff, right?
Yeah, a lot of people frequently ask us about this.
It's just like, is your cable, you know?
New trick connector.
Yeah.
Which some are, I think.
Some are quite a lot of products are actually, right?
Yeah. But
And
anyway,
I mean, and there's like, you know, quality assurance, right?
Yep.
Very nice. All right. So another thing that I think another term that you will come across when you're looking for a new audio interface is dynamic range.
Yes, I think we
So-
touched a little bit on that
Yeah.
earlier. Yeah. So being able to capture more
Right.
of the recording, being able to listen to more details. I would say the proof in the pudding is really listening with your own ears, right? So
Yes.
you do a recording, you play it back. I mean, if people are really interested, they can come down to City Music.
Yeah, try
Right,
come
they
and try
have
it.
they have a couple of audio interfaces. For me, I'll only talk about why SSL is good. You know, I believe other brands they have their pros, and you know.
We'll
So,
be hearing this shortly, right? We'll be doing a demo, right?
Yes.
But of course, if you want to hear it for yourselves, just head on down to City Music.
Yes.
We are a dealer, right? We're a dealer for SSL.
We have them in store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just come down.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you want to try it out, our staff will be more than happy to help you with it.
Alvin volunteers.
Everybody, everybody. Okay. So I don't know. Shall we get started with the recording?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Okay. So maybe Jace, you can tell everyone a little bit about the setup that we have going.
Right.
This is your
so,
iPad.
So we are running GarageBand on the iPad free of charge. Right? I mean free installed. So we are running USB-C to USB-C. Wow, that's so good. Right. Into the SSL2, completely bus powered by the iPad, and then we just have it running. So the guitar is running in, right? And then we just have the audio sending out to the Zoom L8, so you can hear what's going on.
Yes. So whatever sound that you're hearing right now from the guitar, it's coming out the interface monitor, so you're hearing directly.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh. Nice. So that's with the 4K switch on. So I think what we're going to do to sort of like show the difference is that we're going to record like 4 bars without 4K, and subsequently 4 bars with 4K.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
For reference, I am using the Martin D16E Rosewood new guitar, which I think you might have been seeing on our last few podcasts, maybe / live stream.
So on GarageBand usually you have some like settings like such as like reverb and compressor, like tone and presence, but I have everything set turn off. So this is like as flat as it gets
Yes.
in terms of software wise. So
We're not using anything too expensive here.
I mean,
If you have an iPhone,
you
already
have
have
iPhone. Yeah, you have
GarageBand.
iPhone. I mean, you can do this on an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like tested and proven. It works.
Yeah.
Right.
very nice.
So okay. So I have
Let's
the
do
guitar on
recording.
channel 1, right? I believe.
Yes.
Okay. So let's just record.
Oh, got metronome. I don't have.
And now we go with 4K.
Okay, so Jace just recorded 2 passes of the same chord progression on
the same guitar, same person.
Same guitar, same person, same-ish playing SSL2, and with
4K and without 4K.
with 4K.
Yeah.
So without first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first half will be without. So here we go. So that was without 4K, and here we have with 4K. I mean, I don't know about like for you guys, but immediately I hear a lot of higher.
I hear a little bit of a boost in the high end.
Yeah, you
right?
hear like more harmonics, a bit more sparkle to it, right? But it's like not. It doesn't sound. That's the thing, right? With like EQs is that sometimes if you don't do it correctly, it can get very artificial,
Yes.
Right.
Especially in the digital realm where like some certain harmonics exist that don't exist in the real world, right? To me, this sounds like it's a nice sparkle, natural,
Natural,
Yeah.
right? So like I don't know if you guys can tell, right? But I mean like this, it's always.
Can we just play back a little bit again,
just play
just
back
to hear?
just to hear.
Then we will try and hear. So this time, listen out for the high end, a little bit of a top brightness.
So again, this is without the 4K, and this is with 4K.
Nice,
Right.
very nice.
But I think one thing I must say is that even without the 4K, it really sounded very good.
Yeah.
Right. Like you have a
Hey,
good.
thank you.
Yeah. As a player, Yeah.
Yeah, as a player.
That's all me, yeah.
Yeah. But again, this links back to having good preamps and having a good DAC, right? And the 4K is just like the cherry on top,
Yes.
sweeten things up
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Nice
So
and clear.
like I think we can pretty much say that the 4K works. It's not a gimmick, guys. 4K works, and it goes to 11. God damn it! I need to stop. Okay, someone stop me. But
Okay, another thing we wanted to try is the difference of this 4K button on vocals.
yeah, sure.
Right.
So I'm just gonna play back.
Okay, I think I don't need to sing, right? I just talk. For the people who are doing podcasts out there, because now like a lot of people are actually getting into podcasts,
Yeah.
so they've been using audio interfaces to do that
You
as
just
well.
want to sing,
Yeah.
right? You just want to sing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
okay.
morning, man. I mean,
All right. Okay. So here we're gonna record some.
hey. Okay, the sound of my voice now is a little bit different because this is coming from the mic that's going straight into the SSL2
Right.
and the monitor.
So
Out. Check.
okay. So I'm just gonna do a quick recording. And
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the City Music Podcast. My name is Elvin, and today we're gonna talk about SSL.
right. So that was without 4K, and here we go with 4K.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the City Music Podcast, and my name is Elvin, and today we're gonna talk about SSL.
Right. So just gonna do a quick playback.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the City Music Podcast. My name is Elvin, and today we're gonna talk about SSL. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the City Music Podcast, and my name is Elvin, and today we're gonna talk about SSL.
Wow.
All right, nice.
Nice.
I don't know about that harmonic distortion,
Yeah.
but I definitely can hear a little bit of that sparkle in my own voice. My own voice sparkly.
Oops.
All right, I hope today's quick little session helped you
You know,
guys
that's the thing,
understand
right?
a
I
little bit
didn't
more
realize.
about this.
I just thought that like it wouldn't be so obvious with just speech,
Right.
right?
Mm.
'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
normally
yeah.
in like normal speech, you don't like
That's why I wanted to try it.
you don't
Just
bring
hear
out
the
the
vocals.
You just didn't want to sing,
No.
right? But because normally in like normal speech, you don't really like bring out some of the higher frequencies,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
Because you are talking like a comfortable range,
Yeah.
right? But like and even then, you know, it still really brought quite a bit of difference,
Right.
to your like speaking voice.
Yeah.
Right. So like so it's not just for musician guys, you know. Right. This is something that is like if you want to produce quality like audio content of any sort, you know, be it like podcasts, seminars, you know.
Yep.
Right. Voiceovers even. Right. We have a lot of like people doing voiceovers nowadays.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For
This is
YouTube
like, this
videos.
is something you can really consider.
Yeah, I guess short and sweet. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah, hope you guys understood a little bit more about the SSL2 and the 2 Plus today.
Mm.
Maybe you can hear the difference. If you didn't, don't worry. You can come down to our showroom and we'll be happy to show you guys again. We might do another one with playing and singing.
Yeah,
So stay tuned for that.
Are you gonna sing?
Maybe later lah. Now a bit too early.
Right.
But
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I think that pretty much sums up what we have here
Yeah.
today, right? So you're
Yeah.
getting basically, you know, the SSL sound for, you know,
Fantastic price.
$200-$300,
Yeah.
which is like, you know, there's like there's pretty much entry level audio interface, and then you're getting, you know, not just, you know, the SSL sound, like SSL preamps, you're getting the
Right.
4K sound, right? You're getting like high quality components. You don't need to worry about your jacks input outputs failing. LED meter, right? I think that is very important. That is something that people need to know about gain staging.
Yep.
Right. And of course, it goes to 11.
Yep.
That pretty much.
Yeah,
I mean,
if
it
you
goes to,
didn't-
okay, it goes to 11, guys. That's why you should buy it.
if you didn't remember anything today,
Yeah, it goes to 11.
yeah, just remember that the SSL2 goes to 11. Then you should buy it. All right.
Right. Okay. I think that pretty much sums up what we.
Thanks,
have today.
Malcolm.
Alright,
Thanks
Hey,
for
thanks for having
joining
me.
us
Thank you,
today.
Malcolm. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
very
was
nice
great
having
fun.
you here.
So much references today. Right?
Yeah.
or is it just me?
I don't know, but it's time to get back to work. So, thanks guys for tuning in. You can find our podcast on Spotify once again, and if you're watching on YouTube,
On Apple Music.
yeah, if we happen to miss anything, leave us a comment in the comment section if you're watching on YouTube, and
Yeah.
we'll try to get back to you
Yeah,
guys.
or you know,
just ask anything.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah,
I
or
mean-
just come down, presenter level 2, and if Malcolm is here, you can ask him yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy to.
All right, so thanks guys, thanks for
Right,
tuning.
right.
Thanks Jace, thanks Malcolm.
Thanks.
My name is Elvin. Signing off to the next episode of City Music Podcast. Goodbye.